Hey you guys, it's me, Ben Diane Tafir, aka Miss Fabulous B, and I am coming to you with a video response for Digital Nation about how digital technology has changed my world, I guess you can say, or how has the living concept or like living fast, how has it changed? I'm definitely very dependent on the technologies that I do use, as far as like the internet, my cell phone, my computer, TV, all of that. I mean, right now I'm not much of a big TV person because I do spend a lot of time on my computer. Like, my computer sits on my bed, right? It's kind of bad, but at the same time, it's very helpful because I'm constantly doing homework, researching, doing things on my cell phone. I'm always, looking stuff online, and it's become very convenient. And honestly, to say, if I were to, give it all up, I think it'd make life a little harder. I'm not saying that I'm so dependent on there that I would freak out, but I mean, I'd adjust because I try not to let it have like a major big control on me over me. Like, I know some people, if they leave their cell phone at home, they will turn back and go get it. I can be one of those people. That's only because you don't know who's gonna contact you throughout the day. You don't know who you're gonna need to call, and I mean, it's convenient. That's why I don't mind it. But as far as like the new generation of kids, like, I remember I didn't get a cell phone until I was like sophomore year high school, junior year. That's when I finally got a cell phone. And like, I have my little brother, he's only like 9, and he had a cell phone, and I was like, you don't need a cell phone. Who are you gonna call? Like, you don't have friends. But I mean, and it's getting worse and worse because now Facebook has kids that are 12, 13 years old, and it's like, whoa. So I mean, I can understand the whole living fasting, that kids, they're spending more. And I read a research on Digital Nation on PBS, the website. It said that these kids, they spend almost 9 hours on, using digital media. And I believe it. I really believe it because I know from the moment that my little brothers get home, they're on the computer, they're playing video games, they're doing God knows what. So, I mean, and then when I try to tell them go pick up a book and read for 30 minutes, it's an issue. And I mean, that's the only thing that's becoming sad because kids are so dependent on it now. It's like, oh, yeah, I want this. Like, they want the latest and newest things. And I mean, that's the part that's not good. It's as far as like how the newer generation is abusing their power of what they have, because a lot of countries don't have what we have, and they don't get that it's a privilege, and that you're supposed to use it for good. You're supposed to help it to benefit your day. Like, I know me, I use my technology or my digital mediums in a way that will benefit my day to make it easier, I guess you can say. But I mean, I always say this, that America is a country full of lazy people because we like everything fast and easy. So, and I guess you can call me fast, I guess you can call me easy or lazy or whatever, because, instead of picking up a dictionary to look up a word, I know that I have my computer that I could just type in the word in my little Google search bar, and bam, the word comes up, in whatever language that I want. So, I mean, it's just becoming so much more convenient that it's taking over, and it is taking over, which is, I mean, I don't know, like, I'm like torn between both, because like now I can't even memorize cell phone numbers, because it's like, long time ago you had to dial it on a landline. Now you don't have to do that because you just save it on your contact. It's there for you. So I mean, the only number I really remember by head is those that I used to dial, if that much, when I had a landline phone. Now I don't. Like, me and my boyfriend, he got mad at me because I didn't know his phone number. And I was like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't memorize numbers anymore. It's not. But the thing is, if I was to lose my phone, I'd lose all those numbers and I'd be SOL because it's like, oh, you didn't memorize your numbers. So it's like, I mean, it has its ups and it also has its downs because we've become so dependent on it. But we as like the older generation, or the current generation, we need to realize that we can't let it control us, which is the important thing, is that we also need to, don't become so dependent on it that we're not working one side of our brain and it's just like, okay, we're focused on, this and that, and then, like the back part of our brain is not being used, and then it's going to be like, obsolete, and then humankind is going to have to evolve again because we're so dependent on technology that we don't need that part of our brain anymore. Well, I'm going to stop rambling now because I can go on and on about this because I'm like stuck between both sides. But that's my take, and that's how I feel. But again, don't let it control you. Do not let digital technology control you because that's when it becomes an issue. Thank you.